grading every single division in the NFL based on the 2024 season. Today we are grading the AFC West. We start with the Denver Broncos, a team that not many people expected anything from, but they exceeded all expectations by making it to the playoffs and having a great season. Even though they are in cap hell because of Russell Wilson's contract, the Broncos still managed to make it work with a solid defense and their rookie quarterback. Bo Nix got better and better as the season progressed. I'm going to give the Broncos an A considering how little was expected of them and how well they did. Next up, the Raiders, a team that seems to never have an idea what they're doing. Every decision they make seems to be the wrong one. It makes no sense. Whether it's the head coach they select or the quarterback they select, or everything they do just seems to be wrong. But they did get one thing right this year, and I mean one. That's rookie tight end Brock Bowers, who looks like a generational talent. But even that is only enough to push them up to a D- at best. Next up, the LA Chargers with the return of Jim Harbaugh. What an acquisition it was to bring this man in. Even from the very first game, you could see the new identity of the Chargers, and even though they didn't have the talent to match other teams in the AFC, they were making it work. Run the ball well, play defense, and play good, solid, fundamental football. And that's what Jim Harbaugh brings. And when you've got Justin Herbert as your quarterback, one of the most talented players in the NFL, you've always got a chance to make it happen. They did manage to make it to the playoffs, but that horrible game against the Texans means I can only give them a B at best. And finally, the Kansas City Chiefs, 16-1 and get into the Super Bowl. But even though they won 16 games, they still seem to be getting so lucky, whether it's flags and missed kicks and bad calls. They just didn't seem like that great of a team, even though their record would suggest otherwise. And the Chiefs were embarrassed in the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles identified all of their weaknesses and absolutely exposed them. But they did get to a Super Bowl. They did win 16 games, so I'm going to give them an A-. 3 teams in the playoffs, 1 team in the Super Bowl, but 1 team which is arguably the worst team in the entire league. I'm going to give the AFC West an A-.